Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Superior Iron Man, his damage before and after the buff, and my general thoughts on the buff. And well, let's jump to it. So I almost didn't want to record the Superior Iron Man damage before the buff because he was just about as basic and outdated character as they come. His entire ability description effectively is each special attack inflicts armor break of various potency and various chance to do so. And then when he gets smacked, he has a chance to get an armor buff. Now, obviously, he has the Awaken ability, where if he drops below a certain percentage, 15%, he gains a regeneration buff, and that's it. Also, on top of everything else, he doesn't even have any meaningful synergies, especially the ones that you would be able to utilize normally, because the one decent one that seemed from Iron Patriot was when he gains an armor buff, he also gets a Fury buff. But in order to gain an armor buff, you have to get hit in the face. So that is effectively it. That said, I still want to take a look at how much damage the 6-star rank 3 Superior Iron Man does. And this is what he does. 2k light crits, 3k medium crits, 26k on level 2 crit, and 10k on level 1 crit. It's pathetic. Now, I don't necessarily want to play this entire fight out, but it's bad. It's really bad. So for rank 3 6-star, unboosted, no synergies, and yada yada yada, he took 4 minutes. With the relic equipped, he still took 4 minutes. So again, we're not going to go through over all of this. It's grueling, it's painstaking, it's bad. It was a lot. Anyways, then the update happened, and now I actually like what they did with the loading screen here with the 1.0. We need to take a look at Superior Iron Man now. So his playstyle is fairly simple. With medium intercepts or medium combo finishers, you gain new buffs. Each new unique buff has shorter duration. And then with light intercepts or light combo enders, you gain stacks of the buffs that you already have. And the entire point is, unfortunately, you can't really test it out too well against Winter Soldier because he does not like to be intercepted. But the idea is for you to stack up as many unique buffs as possible. 4, because 5th one effectively expires immediately. And then just keep on getting more stacks of them. You can get up to 8 there. And then level 2 would be better for damage. That arm break is significantly more potent than the short and small ones that you get from level 1, but you have more of them, and that synergizes with Inequity and also with Despair if need be. And as we can see, if you want to play him with a basic rotation, this is effectively what you can do, and the damage is still quite good. This is not a full ramp even, and he's putting up solid numbers here already. As a 6-star rank 3, we used to take 4.5 minutes or 4 minutes something to get down that Winter Soldier, and now it's gonna be like minute and 20. If you get good crit RNG, you can probably do it in sub-minute as well. So that's good. But now let's take in more realistic fight. Now I'm still gonna be beating up the Deadpool from 6.1 because I'm currently testing everything out with the 6-star rank 3. I actually did get quite tempted to also rank 5 this guy. Just because I did find it quite fun. I'm not entirely sure how reliable or practical he's going to be, because there are several things that unfortunately are kind of left to AI and RNG, which we could see here. If AI doesn't want to follow you back on your intercepts, your ramp is significantly slower. It's still possible, it's just slower. If you cannot get in your light and medium intercepts, again, you will be ramping up slower, and here you can definitely see that, not ideal. And the proof of that is going to be the fight that I'm going to have against Venom the Duck later on. So this was 43 seconds. So I'm going to exit out and restart it again and do the entire thing again. And every single time you get kind of similar-ish but different results. And again, it pretty much depends whether you crit and whether AI is following up for your intercepts. Now, here also, one crucial thing is it's super important which buffs you get first, because if you get those regens up first, that's good. Or if more specifically, if regens are one of the first 4 buffs, which is quite likely. But look at that. Again, now that we did get in that level 2, 44 seconds as well. And this is going to be my last attempt here. Again, ramping up very quickly. Got in a ton of medium intercepts, so I have many unique buffs. Unfortunately, did get smacked a bit, but that's fine. So now I want to get in some light intercepts, which I do. So I ramp up faster. But again, a lot depends whether I will end up getting the crit on level 2, because that is, possibly very chunky amount of damage. And now I got in a light intercept. I wanted another one. I did. I dropped level 2, and that's 73k damage there off the bat. And again, this is not even a full ramp up, because he does get increased attack rating for each unique buff on him. And this fight was, again, 47 seconds. So it's 40-some seconds, but for whatever reason, that's only if AI is relatively uncooperative. Also, there is the risk factor, obviously, playing, especially right now, relying on intercepts. But let's take a look at the Venom the Duck here. This fight is going to go so much better. So I finished with a couple of combos of mediums, just to have a couple of buffs active. And now I get in one medium intercept, bait out the level 1. And now I get one light intercept, second light intercept, third light intercept, fourth light intercept. And I already have a lot of buffs active right now, which I love. And still, look at that. A crit on this. And Venom the Duck has significantly higher health pool than Deadpool. But this fight was much, much, much faster, because we did get lucky with AI that cooperated with us and with the intercepts. So, he's interesting. Still, we'll need to see, obviously, how well he incorporates himself in the game. But one thing is quite clear here right now, that for a 6-star rank 3, the damage is very good. Also, I wanted to see what would his max ramp up be. Not necessarily how fast he can kill the Star-Lord, but spoiler alert, I eventually do. It does take some while though. But, again, the entire point here is not to play perfect, but to get to 8 of each buff, because that is the stack limit. So, that is where we're going. We need to get 8 of each of these 4 buffs, and then ideally a buff from the heavy attack, which we can keep on refreshing as well, which is quite useful. And as we can see here, I am slowly but surely gaining more stacks of these. And again, we need reach 8, then we can see effectively his max damage output as a 6-star rank 3 without recall masteries. And now we get the refresh in. Sweet. Get in. I want to get in more light intercepts, but there I got saved by auto block. 47k non-crit, which is already respectable, I would say. And come on. Definitely could have done the ramp better and faster, but again, that kind of also does depend on AI and how well you are with light intercepting. Because getting in a light intercept is quite big, it's quite huge for a faster ramp. So you do like to squeeze those in wherever possible. Come on, now we are closing in to the 8 of each buffs, slowly but surely. Obviously, throwing each level 2 also grants you a copy of each buff, which is, very helpful to ramp up. And now we have 50k non-crits on that level 2. I'd actually love to know how much damage would there be, but now we are at 8 buffs of each, and this is effectively as hard as he can hit. That was a 33k crit on a medium from a 6-star rank 3 champion. Not bad, it really isn't. And at some point I'm going to be switching to spamming level 1s, but it's not as good of a damage. Realistically, it just isn't. The level 2 arm break is much, much, much stronger. That power gain is nice. Obviously it is, but it's just less damage. As you can see here, without armor breaks, I crit for like 6k or something. And here he's going to refuse to throw that special, so I'm going to lose 1 set of my buffs. But that's fine, we can gain them back relatively quickly now. Again, I'm not going to show the entire fight, but I do want to get to the part where I start spamming the level 1s. I do need to re-ramp for that. And now I effectively have. keep an eye out for tons of armor break stacks. This is still for level 2. Okay, so here is the point where I start spamming and overlapping the level 1 armor breaks, and it just is not anywhere the amount of damage. It almost feels like those armor breaks aren't doing anything because I was hitting just about as hard without armor breaks on. So it kind of feels off a bit, because even when I get 13 stacks of armor breaks, the damage is underwhelming compared to the level 2. So maybe something's up with that. Maybe it's just that they are so weak. But either way, level 2 is where the big damage is at. And, well, that is exactly where you want to play in at. Overall, though, that is just about it. If you want to see the end of this fight and how long it took for me, obviously it could have been done better, without a doubt. Here we're going to see the very last few percent of this fight. And, yeah, I'm kind of thinking of taking him to rank 5. Mainly for fun, because I think we can use the rank up gems for him, because he's a tactic champion. Let me know what you guys think. Will you be ranking him up? Do you like new Superior Iron Man? And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the